What's up, everybody? Surprised to see me? I'm surprised to be here. How you guys doing? What's up? So, what time is it? I think I'm early, man. I think I'm about 12 hours early. You might be thinking to yourself, are you going for Red Guardian? The answer to that is no. I'm not going for Red Guardian. I just was up all night and decided, hey, why not stream? I could use the milestones, you know what I mean? Could use some units in my life. So what's up, everybody? Let's get a tweet out real quick. Dearest at Marvel Champions. Orange Juice sent it over too, saying, what? BG in the morning? What's up, Orange Juice? How you doing, dude? What up? Oscar P sent it over 5 as well. Oscar, thank you so much. With no message. Just sent it over 5 just because. Oscar, thank you, dude. Appreciate it, man. Even though it popped on the overlay first of Orange Juice, we gotta give it to Oscar. It actually popped up in the chat first for Oscar. Alright, hang on. Oh, I done messed up. Whoops. Okay, well that'll fix itself. Anyway. Oscar, thank you very much, dude. Appreciate it, man. Slap. Thank you, dude. Alright. BG predictions look great. Oh, do you like them? I'm like, on them. They're there, at least. You know what I mean? They're back. It's good enough for now, at least. For all the people that like having them on screen. Okay, let me get this tweet out so that we could actually hit the arena, though, because I did want to actually grind some units, you know what I mean? July 4th's coming up. Actually, we'll go with that for the tweet. 4th of July is coming up, and my units are looking a little bit short. Let's get this grind on. No! Bow? Live! Okay. Oh. There we go. 4th of July is coming up. My units are looking a little short. Alright, let's do it. Tweet. Okay. B-Kid, send it over to B-Kid. Thank you very much, dude. Saying you're going for... Oh, no, that's not your comment. Someone else is asking if I was going for Red Guardian. The answer is no. I'm not. But okay, B-Kid. For someone who lives in the East Coast, I'm so happy you are day streaming. Dude, shout out to my East Coast people, man. As a once East Coast has been, or whatever you want to call me, man, I still got a lot of love for the East Coast. But B-Kid, thank you, man. Scorpio 11, Scorpio 11 sent it over 5 as well, saying banana day stream, let's go. Good luck, BG. Scorpio, thank you, man. Thank you very much. So I said it last night, but it's still pretty new. I've got some overlay stuff up right now, and let me see if the auto thing works now. Let me see. It does. Okay. Alright, cool. So, as of today, basically, it kind of started last night, but I was trying to find ways to not fall so behind on reading your guys' messages and everything like that. You know what I mean? Trying to find a way to read more messages instead of just getting stuck. So trying to automate certain things. So Finally got the D all automated and stuff, but there's one unfortunate downside to it, which is there's no more walls. So I'm gonna set the auto thing now. But yeah, thank you very much. All right, Jose Santana sending over to saying BG. Should I rank Medusa or Claire to rank 5? Dude, both great options. It really depends on just what you're looking for. I think I found Claire overall to be a bit more useful than my Medusa when it came to like the deep Act 6 stuff. So I don't know where you're at in the game or what your current needs are. But I think I do favor Claire between the two, just in terms of overall usefulness. Of course, if you're looking to take down a difficult robot opponent or something like that, Medusa's still the way to go, but, you know, she'll also get by at rank 4 if you can't take both of them up, you know what I mean? I think the versatility of Claire, it's pretty damn good. So, again, I don't know what your exact needs are, but I'd probably say Claire for most situations between the two in terms of the rank up. So, yeah. But, dude, thank you very much. B. Daniels sending over 2 super chats. Hey, how come it didn't automatically update? It should automatically update. This thing is... Did it break already? Are you kidding me? I'm gonna be so pissed. It broke already. But B. Daniels sent over $1 and then sent over 5 more saying testing 1, 2, 3. Oh, grinding, huh? That's right. Care to join? B. Daniels? Oh, there we go. Updated now. I guess it's just a little bit slow sometimes. Well, it's still faster than me. But, cutoffs look cool. Job well done. Oh, Dreamin', thanks, man. Yeah, the cutoffs, they're brand new. I had the D updated for last night's stream, but the cutoffs are new. So, they're not perfect, but like I said before, hey, at least they're there now, you know? Opie Daniels, thank you, man. 6. Easy, sent it over 2, saying my alliance lost 4 people. Cool to recruit here? Easy, it's always cool to recruit here, as long as the messages are not spammed, my friend. That goes for everybody. Nobody needs to super chat or anything. You know, I definitely appreciate you asking before doing it. But, yeah, everyone's allowed to recruit. Just leave the messages to, like, once every 10 minutes, just because there's not that many people joining the stream for recruiting purposes. You know, they're not coming here looking for alliances, but you might catch somebody who is freshly out of an alliance or maybe looking to change gears a little bit. So yeah, one message every 10 minutes or so I think is perfectly fine. Yeah, easy. Thank you for the 2. Lord Damios? Am I saying that right? Send it over 40 rubles. Thanks, man. Saying, hey, BG, what do you think about the boycott? This question comes up a lot. And every time I say something slightly different, but I always mean to say the same thing. It's basically like this. I'm not part of it, but I can understand why you know, people are frustrated, and I from what I've seen and heard from like the people trying to lead the boycotts and stuff like that, you know, I certainly have no issues with them trying to get their voices heard, because they seem to be doing it in a respectful way, at least towards people who don't want to join. You know, they seem to say, like, you know, asking to join, but of course, like, not really being aggressive towards people not joining. The only issue that I have is that some people who are following the boycott don't, unfortunately, follow that same line of thinking, and they sling some insults and stuff like that. because I'm not part of the boycott. Even though we're not that far apart, you know what I mean? I don't, first off, I don't spend. So technically I've been boycotting all along, man, you know? Wait, Lord Damios, did you send over another 40 rubles? You said, why didn't you read my donation? Dude, you gotta give me a minute, man. You just sent it over. I was reading. There was other ones before that. But anyway, back to your question. So yeah, I'm not part of the boycott, and people could do whatever they want as long as as long as they're not bothering me. Unfortunately, like I said, some trash talking does happen. Yeah, Jay. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know the full story there, but I did hear some trash talk towards B Manny, who B Manny's the coolest dude ever, man. So that was pretty unfortunate to see. So yeah, man, there's always gonna be those outliers that I think that was coming from someone leading the boycott, but it's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate. Regardless, I still try to remain respectful towards everyone, you know what I mean? But that's pretty much it, man. I don't really have much to say on the boycott. Listen, here's my biggest thing too. I don't want to tell anybody how to think. I think there's a lot of that in this world. I don't mean to take it to anywhere outside of MCOC, so maybe I shouldn't have said this world, but I just mean, like, you know, the word influencer exists for a reason, and I hate that word. I hate the word influencer. I just want people to think for themselves, and that's it. So I don't want to, you know, I just want to do my thing, play the game how I want to play, and let people do their thing too. And that's pretty much it, man. B. Daniels, thank you very much, by the way. Still don't know if I said your name right or wrong or not, but my apologies if I didn't. B. Daniels said over another two saying, did you really ask if I wanted to grind arena? Alright, well, listen. You've done it before. Don't tell me you've never done it. Don't tell me you've never grinded the arena before, B. Daniels. I could check your profile right now, and I will see all 4 rounds of the arena that you did. But hey, man, you could be grinding something else, dude. You know what I mean? You could be grinding that Abyss path. You know what I mean? I'm not joining your boycott. You joined mine. BG 2020. Wow. That's a new one right there. Did you design the new layout yourself or hire someone? No, I designed it myself. I'm sure if I worked with a designer, it probably could have came out better, but I hope you guys enjoy it at least. It's, BG, you are an influencer of my pants. Wow. I mean, there's certain things that I'm not 100% satisfied about it. First off, I tried my best to figure out a way to say that these are estimated cutoffs. These are predictions. These are guesses. I threw a bunch of different words out there and tried to put that into the overlay for the cutoffs. And ultimately, I decided it looked ugly no matter what I threw at it. So I cut that part of the text, and I hope people understand. I know there's going to be some new people who unfortunately will grind for that score and not get the champion, and I just don't know a way around it other than I'm going to continue to try to say, you know, these are just guesses and please go higher. But I didn't want to clutter up the overlay. Like I was saying last night on stream, gameplay first is always going to be top priority, and I kind of let that slip away at times, but I really want to I want to do like other challenges and stuff like that, and you know, I want to make sure that gameplay is always #1 priority for as far as the stream goes. So try to keep it a little bit minimal, while still being clear for people to see it. Hopefully it's not too small. The numbers are actually larger than the old cutoffs. And the pictures are a little small, but I mean, even if you can't see the pictures that clearly, you can pretty much understand that, okay, the champion that has 3 numbers, that's the feature champion. The champion that only has 1 number next to the name, that's the basic champion, you know? So. Okay. Adam Morlock sent it over Buck, though. Adam, thank you very much. Appreciate it, man. Let me see where your message is at. Happy Thursday, BG. Adam, happy Thursday right back at you, man. Thank you very much. Appreciate the buck. Yash sent it over 40 rupees saying, hey, BG, remember me, my love? Don't tell Laura. Shh. Dude, she's awake too, man. It's a little bit early for us. It's, you know, it's only 10 o'clock in the morning here, but she's awake. She could hear you. But thank you, dude. Corey sent it over a buck as well, saying I was playing the game on my cereal box this morning, and boy, was it amazing. I don't even know what to say. Corey, it's too early for these abominations. Boo. Boo. Thank you for the buck, though. Zolo Aris sent it over 5 saying, Namor! Zolo, thank you, dude. Shout out to Namor, as always. Appreciate it, man. I'm still not entirely sure why you always do that, but something about it makes me happy. Something about it makes me happy, man. B. Daniels sent it over another buck as well, saying, I have never grinded for a champ, and actually it's 269 PvP win streak. The one time went for 12 mil when 5-Star Arena first came out. Dang, dude, 269 PvP streak? That's actually way more than I thought. Like, obviously I was joking when I said you only did like 3 rounds of Arena ever, but that's actually pretty good, B. Daniels. That's pretty good, man. 100% Act 5.4 a few days ago, and got a skill gem, Cole, and Nick Fury. So, needless to say, at rank 5, stealthy. Nice, man. But wait, hold on. Skill gem, Cole, and Nick Fury. Needless to say, at rank 5, stealthy. Do you not like Nick Fury? Because that's an interesting choice. I mean, some people would do it, but I feel like most people would probably go with Stealth Spidey in that. I'm sorry, with Nick Fury in that case. But dude, either way, congrats, man. Congrats on the content being completed. Congrats on the new rank up. Good stuff. Is that Enzo in here? Enzo, what's up, man? IBG, I'm grinding too. Hope we both get him. Oh, I'm not going for the champion, man. I'm just going for milestones. I know, it's a little confusing because normally if I do a day stream right when an arena comes out, it probably means I'm grinding for the champ, but nah, this was just a little coincidence. I actually didn't sleep last night, so I was like, might as well get a little game time in, you know what I mean? Did 80 mil unit list for Black Widow. Dang, dude, 80 mil without any units? Enzo, you are a beast, my friend. Trying the same for this time? Okay, good luck to you, dude. Good luck to you. Is that a J Divine in here? Wait, what? Early bride, dude? No notification? How rude. Sitting here in my Hanes underwear wishing barbershops would open so I could cut my hair. What the fudge is up, bride guy? What up, J Divine? Dang, dude, that one was nice. I like that one. Orange Juice sent it over another euro as well. Orange Juice, thank you, man. Saying, why not put a plus or the about symbol to denote or more or approximately. That wouldn't look too bad, I don't think. I did play around with some of that stuff too. I didn't try the plus sign. But I don't know. Ultimately, I just really like the clean look to it, and I think most people know it. I do think it might screw over some people, and I feel real bad about that, man. But if it does screw them over, it'll only be once, and then they'll complain, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, those were just supposed to be guesses for the cutoff. Please go higher or something like that. I don't know, man. It's not perfect, but I'm hoping that most people understand, and I just won't have to clutter it up, you know. I mean, I'm definitely open to other suggestions, so, you know, feel free to toss them out there. I'm probably gonna shut them down because I have tried a lot of different variations, but there might be something out there that I haven't tried that is recommended, you know. But yeah, just don't feel bad if I shut your idea down, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I'll send it over another 40 rupees saying, BG, why this early? Wait. How would we get our own time? Is that what you're saying? Like, wait, are you trying to say, like, you and me together? Or are you just saying, should this be a normal time or something like that? Not entirely sure. But yeah, thank you for another 40 rupees, man. The only reason I was early is, you know, like I just mentioned, I just didn't sleep last night, and I don't know, man. I really enjoy streaming, man, and I guess not sleeping, like, I didn't really have much choice in the matter. Like, dude, I always have energy to play games. You know what I mean? But without sleep, I don't have the energy to like, do much else. You know, I'm all motivated, fired up. Was watching some inspirational stuff while working on the overlay, just listening to it, and I'm like, yeah, man, I'm gonna work out and all this. Dude, I got no energy to work out. I need to get some sleep and then do that, but I can't sleep because I'm too fired up. It's like, you guys ever seen Rocky 4? But you ever seen it when you're really tired and you want to do it, man? Whenever I watch Rocky 4, dude, I want to start. I can't even remember all the things he does, but I want to buy a wheelbarrow and go chop down a tree and carry it up a mountain or something like that. But I'm too tired for that, so it's like, all right, well, might as well grind out some units, you know what I mean? So yeah. DeFaust said it over too, saying the greater than or equal to symbol. I've tried it. It's not as easy for me to show you guys. The D I was able to kind of maneuver a little bit, but this is just an image that I put together in Photoshop, and every time a new arena comes around, I'm just gonna have to edit that image. I can't change the text on the fly without. I mean, you know, it only takes a second, but like, I can't just open up the options in OBS to show you guys what it would look like, because it is actually just an image, you know, PNG. But yeah, I tried a lot of different things, but that one also gonna have to decline. I doze off. What are you talking about? Pixie Belle, the greatest movie ever. Rocky 4, of course. BG, you should always stream in this hour. It's a great time for people in Europe. You know, it would be nice. But there's so many other things that I want to do too, you know? It'd be nice if there was just an infinite amount of time in the day. But usually this time I'm either sleeping or working on something else. Because the way I usually see it is I mean, it's kind of like what I was just saying. You know, I always have energy to play a game. This is just like my relaxation time, you know? Maybe it takes a little bit more energy to talk to you guys while doing it, but not much. So I usually save stuff like this for when... wait, Chris, did you just send over 100? Holy crap, dude. I'm going to read that in a second. Because I'm already rambling. But I usually... like during this time, when I do have more energy, I want to put that towards something more productive and then wait until kind of the chill time at night, you know? So, but Chris, holy crap, man. You really just sent over $100? Wow, dude. Thank you so much. Saying, what about EST above the basic champ? I don't think I want to put it there. I have tried putting things above the basic champ. I tried... Let me just rattle off some things that I have tried, just so you guys will understand. So I tried putting things above the basic champ. I tried making the heads of the basic champ smaller, so that it was like because you see how they overlap. If they weren't overlapping, they'd either be too small, or I'd have to bump the 1.6 up a little bit higher. But I tried basically a few variations to get them like leveled out, and then the text would be more flush with the top of Red Skull's head there, and put a whole bunch of words. I tried putting the words next to the 1.6, so that it was more of like just like a rectangular block, because there is that kind of empty space there. I tried putting it next to the 1.3. I tried putting Red Skull next to the 1.3 and having it a little bit more similar to how I had it with the old cutoffs. I tried a lot of different things. I think I'm just gonna go with the approach of reminding people to go higher. Oh, the one thing that I did not do, I kind of meant to do this, but I didn't. I wanted to put it at the top of the description. It's kind of back and forth on it, so I may do that. I might just put a disclaimer there like, cutoffs are estimated, please go higher, and just hope that people see that. But even then, I know a lot of people just never look at the description at all. Or certain devices can't even show you the description, so it's almost like, why bother if people can't see it or don't want to look? Like, it's weird, man. Like I said, I'm still open to it, but hopefully understand why I'm gonna decline doing that too. But Chris, dude, wow, man. Thank you so much, dude. Super, super generous. John Quick also sent in over a pound actually. John, thank you. Saying 15k units for July 4th, but thinking now wouldn't it be better to use them to 100% Variant 1 and Act 6? I don't think so. Any advice on which to 100% first? Did you watch Banana Man as a kid? Love the streams. I didn't know about Banana Man until people brought it up. So no, I actually never heard of Banana Man until... I don't remember the first time someone told me about it, but actually someone just showed me Banana Man like a week or two ago or something like that. Because I had forgotten about it, I guess. But once I saw it, I was like, oh, yeah, this. I've seen this. But no, I never watched it as a kid. So my advice, though, when it comes to 4th of July versus completing content and stuff, dude, I would say get the 4th of July offer for a few reasons. Number one, and this is going to be the most important reason. This, I feel like, is super important, actually, and something that sometimes people don't always account for. The content's going to be easier after you get these offers. It's going to be easier. It's going to be more fun. We don't know what the offers are. And you know, and if you can't get the 15k units by then, no worries. You don't need the offers. There'll be other offers in the future, so don't stress it. But there's a very strong chance that these offers are going to have an impact on your roster. And to me, it makes way more sense to get an offer that will make you stronger and then do the content rather than powering through and spending extra units going through content with a weaker roster. So I recommend doing that. The other reason is that that content's always there. These offers are temporary, and if you get the offer first, well, then you could end up, you know, getting everything. Even if it takes a little bit longer to build the units back up to then complete the content. So, you know, it's just advice. It's your units, and however you want to use them is cool, but that is my advice on it. In terms of which one to do first, Act 6 or Variant 1 100%, that's a tough call. Variant 1's pretty tough. I don't think Variant 1 is as difficult as Act 6 100% though. But because the rewards are better in Act 6, I'd probably say just go for Act 6. You know, a single clear on Variant 1, 100% clear the other variants, and then just go for Act 6. Something like that. But dude, thank you for the pound. Appreciate it. Orange Juice sent over a euro as well. Saying, tell me more about how you maneuver your D, BG. Try to relate it to your man thing. Oh, dude, I was fiddling with my D all last night, dude. I was, you know, I think it was Abdo who said it didn't matter how I put it or something like that. He was pretty accepting of where I wanted to put my D. But yeah. I think it's in a good spot right now, for now at least. I still kind of question the font and stuff, but the other fonts I tried, like this was just ended up being better. So maybe at some point I'll find a better font. But anyway, thank you. As far as relating to my man thing, oh, this is an entirely different situation, man. Man thing, you know, it's more of a rough, you know, tug of war type of situation where this is just a little maneuvering. You know. But anyway, Yash sent over another 40 rupees saying, BG, our own personal time without Laura around us. Oh, dude. I shouldn't have said that so loud, man. Just gonna start getting jealous. What'd you have in mind, Yash? I mean, you have to really sweep me off my feet here, man. Talking moonlight, candlelight dinners in the park with a basket of beans or something like that. Dominique, I'm probably gonna mess up your last name. I'm gonna try to say it anyway. Please forgive me, Dominique. Dominique, you know, it would just sound bad. I'm sorry. Thank you very much for the euro. I don't want to do it to you. Just saying, notice me senpai. What's up? Love the layout, BG. Oh, you like it? Dominique, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thank you very much for the euro, too. Part of me still wants to say your last name. So, I told this story a couple times before, but when I was doing the Summoner Showdown thing, I learned a bunch from the people that were there, and one of the things I learned, I was talking to Langston, who I kind of always forget his last name too. I think it's Belton, Belson, maybe Belson. I was talking to him right before we were gonna do the commentary, and he was asking me like how you know, what I prefer to be called. Just first name, last name, BG, and I was like, yeah, just whatever, man. It doesn't really matter to me. And then he told me like he used to just say first names, but then his mom actually told him like, you know, I don't want to misquote him, but something about like the importance of just like saying someone's last name, and I was like, you know what, that's true, man. No, actually what he was saying was like, now I remember, it was like You don't know who's watching, which, like, my mom was watching the Summoner Showdown, you know? So, yeah, like, yeah, it was cool that they said my last name, even though otherwise I wouldn't care. It's probably, I doubt it's the same here in these live streams, but maybe on some level. So I try to say last names, but I also don't want to butcher them, which ends up happening a lot. So yeah, anyway, Dominique, thank you again. DeFaust sent over another 5 saying, pretty sure it's a classic case of the artist is never happy with their own work. Possibly, man. That couldn't be entirely true. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta be like, alright, this is good enough, and move on, right? But dude, thank you so much, Faust, for another 5. Sohabe sending over a buck as well. Sohabe, thank you. Saying, how many units should I expect from 3 million battle chips? Roughly 5,400. It's approximately 1,800 per million. I usually say 1,600 to 2,000 just to give some sort of range to it. You could get really bad RNG and you could get, you know, only 4,000 units out of that. Hopefully that's not the case. Or you can get really good RNG and you can get, you know, 6,000, 7,000 units. But on average, it's going to be around 5,400 based off of the how I used to track it and stuff. It's been pretty consistent over the long run. So yeah. No problem. It's a hard name to pronounce. It's Dutch. Okay. All right. Yeah, I was gonna mess it up. All right. J Metz sent it over, buck. J Metz, thank you very much. Well, BG, another Rift, another 1K 6-star shards, bringing my total gain to 4,200 with these Rifts. Dude, that's awesome, man. I'm actually pretty pumped to go back into the Rifts. I'm not going to do them now, of course, but I've got some more Rifts building up. But dude, congrats on, I'd say 4,200 is pretty darn good. If you never get another 6-star shard out of the Rifts, for the, you know, for the rest of the month or whatever, I'd say that's still pretty damn good, man. B Daniels sent over another 2. B Daniels, thank you, man, saying tweet to the tweet. Okay. What do we got? This was open one Red Guardian Cav and awakened my man thing. Nice, dude. Good stuff, man. Thing. Congrats, man. I'd say that's worth it. Mr. Grant, did you happen to catch Katie Candy's long video about boycott movements? No, I didn't. I'll be honest, I like Katie's content. I watch some of her videos and stuff. I'm subscribed. But I usually it's kind of rare that I watch videos outside of like guides. I don't watch a ton of guides, to be honest, either, but I will watch, like, if there's an interesting fight, or, yeah, man, seeing Lags go back to 4 Loki, I've been watching a lot of Alliance War videos lately, watching his, Taters, there's a few, like, Kenobi guys that make videos, too. It's kind of, like, I kind of want to get sucked back into Alliance Wars, but I still really want some changes to happen. Otherwise, I just don't think it would be the best thing to do at the moment. So yeah, I'm still hopeful that some good changes come, and then I'm like kind of ready to go for Alliance Wars, man. I'm kind of getting that itch, you know. Yash sent it over another 200 rupees. Yash, thank you, man. Saying BG, you're super lucky, dude. I was trying to get a tier 4 Cosmic Catalyst for, from 1.5 months and got it just now in the Rift for the Corvus. Nice, man. Please go out with me and I'm buying you dinner. Kissy face. Wow. You know, Yash, I don't want to lead you on any longer. The truth is, Laura will stab me if I did that. I mean, she wouldn't really, but, you know. If it's the way that you're hinting, then maybe she would. But yeah, dude, congrats, man. Congrats on getting that, finally getting that tier 4 Cosmic that you needed, dude. Thank you so much for another 200 rupees, man. You're gonna get a tan there, Baldy. Won't be Casper White anymore. If I go out, I mean, you know how long it's been since I've been outside? Guys, it's been, what year is it? I don't know, man. It's been a long time. Not watching mine? Ouch. Dreaming. Oh, dude, I don't want to lie to you. I don't think I watched yours, man. Did I watch yours? I do watch your... I've watched your war videos in the past, but I don't think I watched... Did you upload them? Oh, yeah, here it is. Another War. Season 18. I'm gonna watch those, dude. I wouldn't lie to you, man. And sadly, I have to tell you that I didn't watch them, but I will. I will. Mr. Grant, can you tell us what changes you would like to see so that you can get back to Alliance Wars? Oh man, I made a super long video about it about 6 months ago now. Called like overhauling Alliance Wars or something like that. I don't need Kabam to make every change that I was asking for. That was like a personal best case scenario. But I mean, the biggest thing is that I just don't know if I would be reliable, number one. Not in terms of fighting. I mean, I'm gonna, you know, not that I'm perfect either. I'm for sure gonna take a few L's throughout the map and all that from time to time. But just time-wise, the way certain things are structured, and I don't know. I mean, you know, I don't know if things are going back to normal soon or not, but it's always kind of on my mind. But then also, it's extremely expensive, and the rewards that you get for it still kind of suck. So, but yeah, if you want to know what I would do for war, I made a very long video. If YouTube had a 10x speed, it would still take you some time to get through. Jay Divine sent it over a buck. Jay, thank you, dude. Saying, BG, after watching a bunch of videos, I'm convinced more than ever that I want to start traveling, but I'm still scared to fly. Any tips? And were you ever nervous before your first flight? Ah, so you're talking about like just a fear of flying in general, not like a fear of being too close to people and catching something, right? You know, maybe someone else in here can offer some better tips, because I don't really travel that much. I've never been afraid to fly. I do have a fear of heights, somewhat. It's not that bad of a fear. It's more of like if I feel like I'm unstable, like one of my jobs, I had to get on a ladder that was, I don't know, it was like one of those 20-foot ladders, and that was a bit too much for me. It just didn't feel stable, and it felt like, man, I can come crashing down at any minute. You know what I mean? Like reaching up to like the ceiling of this It was when I was working at a clothing store, but it was in like a warehouse type of a store, with, you know. So anyway, I never really had a fear of flying. So I don't know how I could really help you there. I know it's like super debilitating for some people though, to the point where even if they medicate themselves or whatever, still can't fly. I don't know, man. Maybe flying isn't the only way, is maybe the only tip I could really think of where you can get places without flying. Of course, it's the fastest, most convenient if you're traveling far, but there's road trips, there's cruises and stuff like that. I don't know, maybe look into some of those things, and maybe someone else can offer some advice. Fear of flying is relatively common, I think, so maybe someone else in here got over that fear or something. Mr. Cookieless, what's up, dude? You going for red? Nah, just getting some milestones. Gotta collect these units for 4th of July, you know. Cons Kai, am I saying that right? Sending over a pound, thank you. Saying ABG, love the new setup, thank you. Especially cutoffs. Tweet, please. Okay, sure. And cool, man. Glad you like it. What do we got here? Do you think I can send a ticket for this 6-star luck? What do you got? Not too bad. Ooh, Awakened Civil Warrior, huh? Cool. Okay, that's cool. Heimdall's pretty good too. Oh man, yeah, most of it's oof. Dang, dude. This is kind of rough to look at, man. They're not all bad, but who do you rank 3? This is this hurts because it's like, okay, even if you got to pick your own tier 5 class catalyst, what are you doing with it? Sorry to see that, man. Hopefully you get some better luck soon. How many do you have in total? This is 14 in total. Yeah, oh man, hopefully you get some better luck real soon and pull some really good champs. I know it hurts right now, but there's always that next crystal, you know. Hopefully that'll be the one, or hopefully a few crystals in a row. Turn that around a little bit. But yeah, man, thank you for the pound. Hope that luck turns around. Apudas, 740 rupees. Apudas, thanks, man. Does anyone want to hear a joke about paper? Never mind, it's terrible. Ugh. That was terrible. Oh, Apudas. Saying for Tom? Oh, man. See, I'm going to give it to Tom. Next time I see Tom. He's not in here, is he? That son of a bee, man. Even when he's not around. I blame him for this. Apudas, thank you very much, but boo. Terrible. Boo. Glory, what's up, dude? But wasn't Laura always there to catch you when you fell off your ladder? No, man. She was not. Believe it or not, we actually we met at that job. But it was pretty rare that we actually worked together. And then she quit that job like I was working there I worked there for maybe like 3 years or so. Maybe it was like 2.5, 3 years, something like that. And for like the last 2 years of it, she wasn't there anymore. So yeah, if I fell off that ladder, man, she wasn't there to catch me. Just have a few drinks before you fly. I mean, that's how some people do it. But I know for some people, like, it's still not enough. And like they'll just get off the plane, can't do it. Fears are like that, man. It's we all have our fears, so you know, I understand it. I want to go to... I'm just going to say Colombia. Because I'm going to mispronounce that. So yeah, no buses or trains for that. I'm going to probably snort Warlock's virus. What? Okay. That's... Good luck with that, man. Warlock's virus spread? What the hell is that even? Is that code for, is that slang for some drug? I've never heard that slang before, man. Been awake for 3 hours. I don't like it. How long is an appropriate nap for being awake? 3 hours already. 3 more hours. Dysentery Joe. Easy, dude. Rest up, man. What's up, man? Dysentery Joe. I haven't seen you too much. Hope all is well. Who do you think I should have? 4-star rank 3 first, Hyperion Cold Obsidian or Guillotine 2099? This is, wait, hold on. 4-star rank 3. Probably Guillotine. If we're talking about 4-star rank 3, she's got immunity to bleed, which is really important at that level. Ability-wise, you know, they can all get the job done, and you'll get the others ranked up soon enough. But I'd probably start with Guillotine, just for her little bit extra survivability, allow you to sustain yourself in the fights, and just for the fact of staying alive longer in fights, you'll get better at the game just because you have more time to actually play it rather than just getting mowed over, you know. IBG, you've already 100% Act 6 and One Path Through Abyss. Would you rank 3 Nick Fury or rank 3 Aegon for future content? Ooh, boy. That's a doozy of a question. I think I would go with Aegon. I think I'd go Aegon and then use him to complete the Abyss. The amount of resources you save for having a rank 3 Aegon, I gotta imagine that'd be pretty solid. So yeah, I'd probably go with him. If Sig Stones are a problem for you, which, I mean, let's face it, they're a problem for everybody. But if they're like a real big problem, like you have no Sig Stones at all, then Nick Fury would probably be better since he's kind of a one and done type of champ when it comes to Sig levels. I mean, defense, I mean, yeah, like the Sig, having me at a high Sig level, just to be clear, it's nice. Like when you go up against, especially in Alliance War, a Sig 200 Nick Fury versus just a Sig 1, it's a big difference. But still, you know what I mean. It's not like required for the champ or something. Yash sent over another 40 rupees saying, check Twitter BG. Okay. I'm checking. I'm going. What do we got? Thanks, BG. This was all your luck. Oh, man, you're giving me way too much credit, but nice, dude. Congrats. Oh, yeah. Got him 550 awakened. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. Good stuff. Rip934. Rip, what's up, man? Saying, BG, you gonna watch the SpaceX launch on Saturday? Probably not. But I'll probably watch it afterwards, man. I did hear that they had to delay it. I'm not too good at keeping up with the news for that kind of thing, but I did hear like it was supposed to be like yesterday or something, right? And it got delayed for weather or something like that. So yeah, I probably won't watch it when it's live, but yeah, I'll keep my eyes open for like a YouTube clip or something, you know. But dude, Rip, thank you for the 2, dude. Appreciate it, man. Give me one sec here, guys. Do you think using incursion crystals as a model for limited availability basic crystals would be a good way to improve RNG woes? Could take it a step further and have those crystals populated by RNG. I don't know. Possibly. I think that's a pretty complicated question. It's a little bit hard to imagine exactly the impact it would have on the game, you know? For something like that. So maybe? I am kind of curious what Kabam's thinking, because that does seem to be a pretty common complaint. It's just, you know, RNG is fun to a point, but if there's like too much RNG, like too much of anything, it's bad. But you know, especially RNG, if you're just getting crap pulls after crap pulls. Like, I hate to use this as an example, but the person who just sent over their 6-star roster, they could use some better RNG, man. You know what I mean? It starts to feel out of your control, and that's no fun. But at the same time, I feel like it's real easy to cross that line where there's not enough RNG. And of course it varies for everybody. Some people don't want any RNG, but if they didn't want any RNG, then they wouldn't be playing this game, because there's games that don't have any random factors to the characters you play, at least. And yet this game is chosen for a reason, right? But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how the game would look if they went that kind of route. Sourcat, thank you very much for them 5 Canadian bucks, talking about a couple of toonies and a loony, saying, hey BG, which Elgato card do you use? Looking at starting own stream and need help with my setup. What else should I know hardware / software wise? Okay. I always forget the model, but I think it's the... I'm going to go to Elgato's website. So you can, by the way, if you have strong Wi-Fi, there's free trials of software that will allow you to connect your phone to your computer just to try it out. You know what I mean? I used Air Server for a little while. I paid for it. It was like 15 bucks or something like that. But I know they have free trials that have like a watermark. But you can try that, and if that works, that could, you know, potentially save you some money. But if you do want to go the Elgato route, which I do think has better quality, and then you don't have to worry about if your Wi-Fi is not strong and stuff like that, then let's go check out their website real quick. So I'm using this one right here. The oh no, I'm using this one actually, the HD60S. The Plus is newer, I think, but I'm using this one here. I don't know exactly what the difference is between the two, but yeah, I'm using this. I'm also using this Cam Link because I'm not using a standard webcam. I'm using a it's a mirrorless, Sony mirrorless camera, but if you know, technically you don't need a webcam at all. Some people stream without the webcam, so that's up to you. But this is kind of a more expensive route. You're probably fine with just like a standard webcam. But yeah, this is the one I'm using, and connecting to it. So I had this. It's oh man, these guys have 30 alliance members. It's gonna be an actual war. Sometimes we get alliances that just have nobody in there. Anyway, this is a Lightning to HDMI cable. It's official Apple, and Apple charges an arm and a leg for everything. I'm not kidding. If you go like anywhere you look to buy one of these, It's like 40 to 50 bucks. I did find them discounted one time, like super discounted for like 13 bucks, and I literally just picked up a dozen of them because they were so cheap. But yeah, unfortunately, this thing's kind of expensive. But then from there, you're pretty much good, because then it allows you to connect an HDMI cable into the Elgato, and then the Elgato plugs into your PC through USB. And then the software side of things is all free, assuming you have an Elgato, because OBS is the streaming platform that basically everyone uses. There's other ones out there, but OBS is amazing, and it's totally free. You could also use Streamlabs OBS if you so choose. You could look into both of those, but I'd recommend either OBS or Streamlabs OBS. And that's pretty much it for like my setup. I'm not going to get into the specifics on how to set every little thing up, because there's YouTube tutorials out there that will tell you way better than I can. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. If you ever have specific questions, I can try to help, or at least try to direct you to a video, because like I said, they like for everything that I don't know how to do, because I you know, how do you just automatically know how to do something, right? I just go to YouTube and just type it in there and pull up a video. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. I hope that helps. But if you have any other questions, let me know. Danny Price sent over £5 as well. Danny, thank you. Saying, how about a Nexus version of all incursion crystals for around 40k artifacts? Sick of my girlfriend pulling Stark Spidey and me getting Gambit. Oh man, that's even worse. Somebody close to you is getting the good pulls and you're just getting crapped on. And you want to be happy for them, but you can't because you have too many Gambits. Danny, thank you for the £5. Yeah, I mean, I think the Nexus crystals are interesting. I could see maybe a Nexus version being added to the incursion crystals in some way, being a possible thing. I mean, it would certainly help. And that's the thing, is like the other suggestion that Coat was saying too. All these things would help, but there's got to be that balance there, right? So like I don't know what the right balance is. Because here's the other thing too. All right, so RNG is like I said before, it's good and bad. But when there's too much RNG, it's bad, right? But then on the flip side of that, if you allow the game to have more randomness to it, you could also just be like, okay, well, things are going to be random, but we're going to give you more shards. We're just going to straight up, okay, you don't get Nexus crystals, but how about we just double all the shards that you get? So now you're just opening up twice as many crystals or something like that. And over time, that's kind of what's happened. Where, you know, just shards in general have become more available. So, what if you do add more of like Nexus type crystals or more narrowed pool crystals and things like that? Does that mean that Kabam cuts back on the number of shards players get? It's kind of complicated. I don't really know what the right thing is for that. I kind of, possibly incorrectly, but I kind of feel like I have good ideas that would make the game more fun. Like I said, maybe it's not true, but at least I feel that way. But when it comes to things like trying to figure out how to adjust crystals and rewards and stuff like that, man, I just don't know. I don't know what's best. I feel like you probably have to be staring at so much data that we'll never have access to figure that type of thing out. But it's still fun to think of possible fixes, right? Stuff that would be fun. All right, Tony Crash sent it over 10 as well. Tony, thank you, man. Saying, hey, BG, just pulled 6-star. Whoa! Just pulled 6-star Red Guardian from Cavs. Does he need to be duped? Too lazy to do research. Tony, first off, congrats, man. Second, kind of, yeah. Like, he doesn't technically need to be awakened, but it's pretty rough without it. We go take a look on Aunt May real quick. I'll show you what I mean. Sig ability. Okay, so let's go through these three one by one here. We'll start with the bottom one here. Trauma slow and vulnerability debuffs last longer. So right off the bat, you're not gaining any new ability. You still have trauma slow and vulnerability debuffs. It's just that they last a little bit longer. 2 out of 3 of these, the slow and the vulnerability, they have relatively long durations. So an extra 30%, an extra 5 to 30%, not that big of a deal. The trauma side of it is kind of rough though, because the trauma happens on fracturing your blade of shield. And trauma only lasts for 3 seconds baseline, and this is what ramps up your damage. This is how you deal more damage as Red Guardian. So it's kind of important. You can certainly play the champion without worrying about this, but I mean, we all want more damage, right? So, now it does get increased by your special 2, which will double that duration, but still only 6 seconds. With being unawakened, that's pretty rough. So that extra 30%, it definitely helps on the trauma side of things. Of course, it makes these other things better too, but again, they already have decently long enough durations. Okay, next, well-timed blocks have a chance to prevent durability loss. So you gain durability. This is kind of how Red Guardian works. You gain durability the same way that you gain Stark Spidey's poise charges. And durability is useful for a few different things, but I'd say the biggest thing probably is that it gives him 5% perfect block per durability. And when you parry or take any blocked hits, you lose that durability. But if he's awakened, and especially max Sig level, then, you know, of course, he's not going to lose that durability. So that's kind of a big thing. You have to slow down your gameplay even more when he's not awakened, so it can be pretty rough. I've never played an unawakened version, so I'm just kind of speculating, but I would imagine it to be kind of rough. You want to be the way to kind of the playstyle for Red Guardian is kind of controlled, but you still want to be aggressive enough that you can keep the debuffs up. And when you're going to be losing your durability charges, you're going to be spending time evading attacks when you'd rather just be parrying them, you know? And that's going to slow you down. It's going to potentially mean that you lose your debuffs and things like that. So, and then this top one here, maximum durability for the Blade of Shield is increased by +1 for every 40 Sig levels obtained. Max increase +5. I actually don't think that this one's that big of a deal. Maybe it is, and maybe I'm just underestimating. I mean, it's nice. Don't get me wrong. You have a max of 10, and it goes up to 15 if he's fully sigged up. And like I said, it's +5% perfect block for each. But I didn't really find myself trying to max out my durability when I was playing him. I was fine with just having some, so I didn't really care too much about that. But I hope some of this made some sense. It'll make more sense after you mess around with them and play them yourself. But the short answer, the short version of all that is that, yeah, the Awaken ability is kind of important for him, but you may still get some use out of him unawakened. So, but Tony, dude, still, congrats, man. Pulling a 6-star from Cavs, especially a new feature champion. That's That's sick either way, man. So congrats. Is Longshot worth Mystic Awakening Gem? You know, I don't think Longshot really needs to be awakened, except in some situations. So I would probably save it for another champion, unless you found yourself needing the awaken ability. We can go take a quick peek at that as well. Real quick. We'll do this one a little bit faster. Because I already did make a video about Longshot, so if you want the full version, you can check that out. But let's see. Alright, so awaken abilities. Up to 60% chance to nullify any buff and replace it with bad karma. You can give bad karma on the opponent in other ways, so you know, it's not totally necessary. If Longshot nullifies a True Strike, Unstoppable, or Unblockable buff, Longshot gains a matching buff for 2 to 7 seconds. So there's not that many situations. This is kind of the one I was talking about. If you found yourself in a situation where you needed to copy one of these buffs, then it could be worth it. But otherwise, I would probably just play him unawakened. The awaken ability is kind of just a little bit of a luxury, in my opinion, for most situations. Martin sent over 50 of them DKKs. It's probably not pronounced this way, but Bogild? Is that the last name? Either way, Martin, thank you very much. Saying, who'd you use for Mysterio in Chapter 6.3.3, the poison debuff? Don't say Man-Thing. What do you want me to say? Because I did use Man-Thing, man. I streamed it. I did a Legends run, and I used Man-Thing for that fight. So there's even proof. It's out there, man. I can't just lie. Oh, it is said that way. Okay, good. Yeah, I used Man-Thing, dude. So there's not that many options for that fight. Man-Thing is one of them. It's probably the best. King Groot is an option. What a lot of people do, because if they don't have Man-Thing and I mean King Groot, a lot of people don't want to rank up King Groot just for the one fight. So what people will do is they'll just build up an Aegon before that fight and just treat that fight like a Labyrinth of Legends fight. You're going to be dealing significantly reduced damage, but it's like the health pool of 10 fights in one if you're you know, if your damage reduced by 90%. So they'll use Aegon or Ghost or Proxima Midnight. Actually, if you can get a big L3 fully built up, like, you could still do some serious damage, especially if you want to pop on a boost, a class boost that'll give you some power back, type of thing, you know. So right now that's the only way. I have no still kind of waiting to hear back from Kabam if they're gonna make changes to Act 6. I don't know if they will or not, but I think it's a possibility at least that maybe it'll be part of their roadmap or something. So I would save that for last if you don't have an option. Maybe you already did save it, and maybe that's why you're asking now. But it's possible at least that maybe they would make a change to that node. Just throwing it out there. A lot of people did bring that up as a kind of a too specific of a fight, and that's what they said about, you know, that's why they went and postponed Book 2 after the whole Act 7 beta thing. So Doesn't Corvus do the Acid Wash Mysterio easily? Easily? No. People use Corvus, sure, but easily? No way, dude. Use Blade Trinity, was a long-ass fight, but was a solo, thanks to the regen. Ooh, nice. Got the solo. Good stuff. What's up, BG? Just got 5-star AA from a basic. Does he need to be awakened? Kind of, yeah. Archangel's, he can still deal all of his damage unawakened, but his awakened ability prevents the opponent from healing when they're suffering from neurotoxin, and also reduces their ability accuracy. So, a lot of times when you're using Archangel, those things are important. Not always, but it's kind of a big deal for him. Big ups, Brian. Cheers from Italy, man. Max, what's up, dude? Shout out to all the Italian MCOCers out there. Hey, dude, love the channel. Thanks, man. Currently grinding to take on the Grandmaster. How many units / revives do you think the average player might need? And do you have any champ suggestions? As far as champ suggestions go, I didn't really use that many different champions on him, but I found Colossus to be really good. I just felt really comfortable using Colossus against him. I would probably just recommend bringing champions for the path rather than bringing champions for the Grandmaster, since you could use most champions once you understand the fight. Can do that fight. Some have a little bit of an advantage over others, but you know, plan for the path that you're going up against. As far as the number of revives and stuff like that you'll need, I don't know if there's any real way for me to give you an accurate estimate. Just save up a stash, maybe go in there with an extra amount of units, more so than you'd like an overkill amount, just so you don't get stuck. Go in there with several thousand or something. But yeah, as far as like an accurate, I don't know if there's any way for me to say. I would just be pulling a random number out of the air, you know. The Shed, send it over $1. The Shed, I think I already saw your comment. I was actually going to answer that before I saw the buck. Saying, BG, any good recommendations for video editing software? I like DaVinci Resolve. It's free, and if you decide to upgrade to like the professional version or whatever, it's $300, which might sound like a lot of money, but compared to like Adobe and their subscription model where you always have to keep buying the software, or other softwares where you have to buy like the new versions as they come out. With DaVinci Resolve, it's either free, like I said, or if you want to, which for simple editing, you only need the free version. But if you want all the bells and whistles and stuff like that, it's one time $300, and that includes like free upgrades for life. So I like DaVinci Resolve. There's certainly other ones out there though. Some people like Premiere, which that's Adobe, by the way, Adobe Premiere. I've never used it, so I guess I can't really say much on it. And I mean, the only two that I've used are Vegas. Used to be Sony Vegas, now just Vegas. Sony sold it, and DaVinci Resolve. So I can't really comment too much on the other ones, but hey, man, I would at least recommend. There's kind of a steep learning curve for DaVinci Resolve, more so than Vegas, at least. But there's a million tutorials out there that'll get you started, so yeah, I'd recommend downloading that, giving it a whirl. Henach, what's up, dude? Going for Russian Beardo? Nah, man. Just I really got to get back on the milestone grind, and I didn't sleep last night, so I figured, hey, just fire up a stream, man. Why not? Scotty Lang, send it over $1. Scotty, thank you, man. I see no last message, so I will add this one to the Paseo jar. Thank you, man. Appreciate it as always, dude. In level 2-star epic red rifts. I got you on 3 different devices, BG. 3 different devices, dude. Echo, echo, echo. Does it work like that, or are they muted? Either way, dude, that's pretty cool. Linus Tech Tips did a video on Adobe versus DaVinci, I think. Would check it out. Yeah, there's a bunch of it. So I feel like DaVinci Resolve in the past, it seemed like it wasn't quite up to par. But people always used it just for like color grading, like Hollywood movie studios and stuff like that. So I feel like it was always on people's radar. And then over the years, it's just gotten better and better and better. And Premiere, I believe, is still more popular, but it feels like DaVinci Resolve's kind of gaining ground, you know. I think the price is a big difference, and then I'm not an expert on this, but from what I hear, it seems like they're able to maybe have some better optimizations. Just the way the software is designed. I don't know if it's currently faster, but I think it is. If assuming you have like a good graphics card or something like that. I think without a graphics card, they're very similar. So I don't know. But yeah, I think performance-wise, it's either better now or just is able to be better, something like that. I don't know. I never really wanted to get Premiere just because it's so expensive. So I didn't look too hard into it. And I have the full version of DaVinci Resolve, by the way. Like I don't mind. Like, I mean, you guys know. Number one, I'm free to play in this game, and number two, a lot of you know I'm just very cheap in general. I don't really buy too many things, man. Like I don't know. But I do like to support a good product. You know what I mean? So I don't even think I needed all the extra bells and whistles or whatever. But one time, $300, free upgrades for life. Sure, man. I hope they put that money to good use, optimizing things further and all that. You know. Easy, send it over, Buck. Saying BG, my Rift luck continues. Got another Tier 2 Alpha today. It's my third, along with 3 Tier 5 Basic Chunks, 4100, 6-star shards at a Basic. Beautiful, Easy. That's good, man. Still killing it. That is awesome. It's a bit more subtle than Echo, but nonetheless, okay, got it. Yeah, Easy. Thank you once again, by the way. Thank you, man. BG going for Red Guardian? No Red Guardian. Hey, BG, how's it going? I have a question, if you don't mind. Got my first 4 5 stars Medusa from a legendary crystal, and 5-star blade, ebony maw, and patriotic iron board. Never heard that name for him before. Who should I rank up? Okay, so I would say get the iron parrot out of there. Ebony maw, same thing. Don't worry about ebony maw. You're gonna want to rank up Medusa and Blade out of those champions. As for which one first, if your Medusa's unawakened, then probably Blade, regardless of if Blade's awakened or not. And if Blade's awakened, then just go with Blade regardless of if Medusa's awakened or not. So yeah, I would, for the most part, recommend Blade first, but rank them both up. You know, different class types. You want to get them both ranked. ABG, love the channel. Hugs from Portugal. Pedro, thank you, dude. Shout out to all the Portuguese MCOC players. Almost said that wrong. But yeah, man. Shout out to Portugal. Champ estimation in the bottom left corner is perfect. Having the champs picture's a great call. Zach, glad you like it, man. BG just finished 100% Act 5. Going for Act 6 now. Who should I rank up to 565? Black Widow, Clairvoyant, Awakened, Quake, or Colossus? Pretty comfortable using Quake. Okay. Man, those are 3 amazing champions, dude. I don't know which one's going to help you the most. If you're pretty comfortable using Quake, probably just go with Quake. But honestly, all 3 of them are amazing, and you're going to want to get them all ranked up at some point. Which one you do first, I do not know which one's going to be the best to start with. There's no real wrong answer here, you know? You could totally just go personal preference. You could roll dice to see, you know, like, I don't even think it matters. They're all so good. Thinking about early Act 6, you do have some robots, including some pretty nasty sentinels. And Colossus, although he'll be a beast clearing paths and stuff like that, he might not be the most useful against those sentinels, whereas I think Quake's good for those, but even then I don't remember all their nodes. I don't know if they have like True Strike or something, you know? That would mess things up. Ethan Waterman sending over a buck. Thank you very much. I'm getting destroyed by this wasp. Oh my god. Seriously? I just got wrecked. Alright, Ethan, thank you very much. Saying, will Morningstar help in getting Cavalier? She can. I don't know, Morningstar is interesting because she's powerful. Like, of course, when you get her fully built up, 5 souls, she's a beast. I don't know exactly how good she'll be for 6.1 though. I'm pretty sure that she can handle the Crossbones fight, being bleed immune and having decent damage with, you know, spamming the L1s. So, pretty sure that yeah, I mean she could at least help. There's probably other champions that'll be better. I don't know if you happen to have those champions or not. Like, I guess what I'm trying to say is she's not going to make it a walk in the park. It's not like she dominates that content. You know? So, can she help? Yeah. But I don't want to give you the wrong impression and make you think that just because you rank her, that you're going to have a super easy time, you know? But yeah, Ethan, thank you very much for the buck. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, man, there's no giving away accounts. I'm going to time you out, but please don't try to give away an account in here, man. It's against the terms of service. Just keep your account. You know what I mean? BG, is Omega Red worth ranking up? Awakened, mid, Sig without, or with no suicides. Yeah. Yeah, he's still worth ranking up. Even if you don't run suicides, the fact that he's awakened, yeah. You'll still use him, or you can still use him in a bunch of situations. Especially if it's a bleed node, he'll be a beast for it. Whether it's like a straight up you bleed for 60 seconds or caltrops or some other type of bleed. Or he's also useful in situations where you just need to prevent thorn style damage. And there's not a ton of champions that can cover that type of ground, so keep your hands inside the ride. Yeah, man. Nick, what's up, dude? What's up, BG? You going for Red Guardian for the synergies? Nah, man. I'm not even going for him. I'm just getting some milestones. I might pick up the 4-star this round. But even that I'm not totally sure of. I really just want to get as many units as possible, so I'll probably hit as many milestones as I can, and if I cap out on all the milestones, then maybe I'll go for the 4-star. But I'm not going for 5-star. I have Colossus and Massacre rank 4, Void, Starkey, Sunspot rank 3. Okay. Yeah, I would say those champions, some of those champions at least. If not, I would say Colossus, Void, Stark, Spidey, and Sunspot. All of those champions are probably going to be more helpful than Morningstar. Morningstar is probably would be better than Massacre. Not saying Massacre is bad, just it's not quite on the level of some of those other champs that you mentioned. So yeah, I'm not sure which rank you're talking about trying to get Morningstar to, but I would probably try to invest more into Void, Stark, Spidey, and Sunspot over Morningstar. 4th of July predictions. It's always hard to say for these offers. I imagine now that Abyss has come out and everything, and with Act 6, 100% rewards, especially the way the rewards were updated for Act 6, and I guess they're kind of getting updated for the Abyss too, right? But specifically about Act 6, the reward it started out as more geared towards 5 stars with 5-star rank up gems and stuff. And then they changed them to the 6-star rank up gems, right? So I feel like they probably understand that people want 6-star rank up resources or 6-star shards. So I imagine it's going to be, for Cavalier at least, pretty geared towards 6 stars. Aside from that, man, I'm not really sure what to predict. I would guess that there's going to be a random 6-star awakening gem, but I don't know for sure. And then of course tier 5 class catalysts, 6-star shards, 6-star sig stones, all the usual suspects. We're not gonna. There's no way we're gonna see like the next catalyst type, like a tier 3 alpha or something. You know, it's too early for something like that. So probably relatively predictable, but as far as the amounts go, and if we're gonna get that awakening gem, that I'm still not really too sure of. Easy sending over to the Bucks saying, BG, my most recent 5s have been Silver Surfer and Nebs. Will either of them be useful outside of Arena for Variants, Labyrinth, Abyss, or Act 6? Maybe. I used Nebula on my way to get Cavalier. I haven't used her a ton after that, but I did make use of her there. I also had her as a, or I do still have her. But, you know, I have her as a 6-star, so I didn't have to invest any rank up resources. So I don't know if I'd recommend taking her up, and you might want to just use your other champions. So I'm not sure if Nebula is going to be too useful. Silver Surfer, I still don't have too firm of a grasp on exactly where he's most useful. I still just see him as a prestige champion, but MSD has videos on him, and might want to check those out. I don't know too many people that play Silver Surfer outside of MSD. Like, I'm sure he's not the only one, right? But there's certainly not that many people, so. god. Come on, Venom. This... getting destroyed by this guy. And his passiveness. I think there's any chance at a full Tier 5 class Catalyst. Seems they were anchoring earlier with the 10% of Tier 5 for 4,500 unit offer. Possibly. It's possible. I'm thinking it might go something like this. Maybe for the money offers, it'll be like included with the Odins, maybe like 25% selectors or something like that, you know? So you get to pick, and then maybe for like the big 15k unit bundle, maybe you'll have a choice of a random Tier 5 class Catalyst, or to get the, you know, because they have it like split the 10Ks or something like that. I'm gonna assume they're gonna do that again. I like when they do that, giving you the option. I'm assuming one of the packs will have something more geared towards the class Catalyst, and then the other one will have the Awakening Gem as like the big prize, you know. We'll see though. We're not too far out. Biggest thing is just to get the units, get it all ready. And hey, we could be totally disappointed by it. It's something to always keep in mind too, guys. I know. You want to be ready if possible. I'm going to have 15k units by 4th of July, man. I could almost guarantee it. But, hey, sometimes the deals are disappointing. They haven't, I would say the 4th of July and Cyber Monday deals, as of, you know, the last times they were offered at least, they weren't disappointing. And I don't think that, like, ever since they changed the system where it's based off of your story title, they haven't been disappointing. I think that gave them a lot more flexibility in what they can offer. But there's always a chance that it is disappointing and it's just something you pass on. Didn't some fool on Cyber Monday pick the 4-5 rank up gem over the 6-star 6 stones? Who would do such a thing? I have no regrets about it, man. I knew what I was doing at the time. Listen, man, I didn't want to be like too overly negative about it, but like, I don't know, man. I could kind of see where the game was going. I could the fact that like the largest source of Tier 5 class Catalyst up until that time was money only, included in, you know, the buying the Odins. And then, like, I knew gifting was coming along, and it's just like, okay. This is a race that, maybe I'm not going to be able to be part of. Let me just have some fun. I could still use the 5-star 6 stones. I could use this rank up gem, which I actually never used yet. But, yeah. Going for Red Guardian? I'm not. No, Sean. Just picking up milestones. That is all. Unless you're saying you're going for Red Guardian, which if that's the case, then good luck. Oh, how would you feel if the best package was for those who have the Abyss profile pick? Oh, wow, dude. That'd be crazy. I didn't even consider that. 24-hour Abyss marathon stream, I guess. That'd be nuts. I don't think they would do that, but you never know. BG have 5-star Science Awakening Gem. Do I use it on Void or Cap Beardo? Also, who is the one champion you hate fighting? Dude, there's a lot of champions I hate fighting. I would say right now, Nick Fury is... I just hate fighting him twice. Every single time. There's no way to prevent it. You gotta kill the dude twice. So yeah, he's really annoying for me. Wait, let me see here. 5-star Science Awakening Gem. Use it on Void or Cap Beardo. Situational. Generally, I'd recommend Void, but you may need Cap Awaken for something, you know. So yeah, you got to look at the content that you're going up against. But usually, here's the thing: Void pretty much needs to be awakened, whereas Beardo can be played unawakened in way more situations than Void can. So. ABG, fancy new setup I see. Yeah. Do you like it? ABG, you'll be making a video as early as possible with July 4th deals, whether good or bad. Yeah. I always take a little bit of time to analyze things, but yeah, I should have a video pretty quick on it. Because more than likely, I'm going to be buying something, and I don't want to wait. I just kind of wait all year for it, you know? Just want to pick it up. Injustice 2 mobile is better. Okay. You know. Everyone has their preference. I'm not. That's too much work. Also, love and look at the new setup. Thank you, man. Going for Red Guardian? Nah, just milestones. BG, I'm stuck on 6.2 champion boss. I almost one-shot him with my rank 5 Sim Supreme. I moved 4 indestructible charges and died. Have any tips? Oh, man. Heartbreaking, dude. You were right there. For Sim Supreme specifically, I don't know which method you're using to get the charges off. I found it really good just to pop my L3 so that I had all the, you know, so I had like the armor up buff or whatever that reduces you know, the block damage and stuff. And I would just end up blocking a lot of hits. And then I would just evade the final attack, and as long as you start the fight with enough health, then you can take quite a few blocked hits with Sim Supreme. You got to get that L3 off first, but yeah. As far as other tips go, it kind of sucks, but going into the fight with as much health as possible is of course ideal. So, you know, potioning up. Might be too late to recommend farming potions, but you know, that's kind of what makes that fight tough, in my opinion. Is that if you do die, it's expensive to heal back up to full, which, because of the amount of chip damage you take in that situation, you know, I think that really makes it tough. So if you can heal up and even pop like just like a 15% health boost on top or something like that, makes you much more sustainable. Pop the L3, block his special ones. You could try starting the fight with just a light attack to get that first opening, but it's kind of risky, so might want to just stick to parries, but yeah. Good luck, man. You were almost there. You probably already have the fight down pretty well and just gotta try again. Easy sent over another buck saying, BG, speaking of Cap Beardo, pretty sure 99% that he's going to be my next rank 5. He's SIG 190-ish or so. Nice, dude. Is he a better AQ option than rank 5 Claire, Corvus, or Warlock? Maybe to counter Doom or Human Torch Mini. You know, I actually used my Beardo to take down the Human Torch Mini today myself, so better? I don't know if he's better. than those champions. You're running suicides, so probably not. But he's an option if you need to use those champs somewhere else. Did my stream freeze? Oh, there we go. Weird. Let me know if the audio is messed up. Occasionally it messes up if I have to unplug the device. Judging by the mixer here, it seems good. But yeah, he's a great champion to rank up. You probably will still be using Cleric, Corvus, and Warlock, if I had to guess. But it's map 5, by the way. Yeah. Oh, I could tell as soon as you said Human Torch Mini. I literally just fought him like, I don't know, 5 or 6 hours ago now, I guess. I didn't even think I was gonna be able to do it with Beardo, but he handled it pretty well, actually. Like, I delayed going in there. I was like, yeah, I'll let somebody else take this. And then no one else was taking it. I was like, okay, it's starting to get a little late. Let me take it. Dingus, Star, what's up? Ended up buying an Apple Watch this past weekend. Just got it today, so I've been messing with techs and happies. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Fancy. With the Apple Watch. That's cool. I don't really know too much about the Apple Watch. It's because I don't wear watches. But they look nice. I know that much at least. Brian, I have a big 6-star opening video on Tuesday. Ooh, I always pop crystals to avoid troll overs, and I never make crystal opening vids. Should I spin him this one time for the sake of the vid? Hinach, you do you, man. Whatever you want to do. I'm gonna offer one suggestion, but it's just a suggestion. Definitely, I would say whatever you're gonna be happiest doing, go with that. But I did see this video one time. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was oh god, I forget his name now. God, he was even in For Loki for a little while. He's Italian. That's about all I remember of him. I don't think he plays anymore. He was a very hardcore grinder though. I think he only got beat by a bot in that one Thor Ragnarok event. It's unfortunate, man. Why can't I think of his name? Someone in chat probably knows what I'm talking about. But anyway, he popped open a bunch of crystals. I think it was a 5-star opening, and he just popped. It was like, I don't know, 8 or 10 crystals or something like that, right? Gato, yeah, there we go. Thank you, Code. So he popped open these crystals, and it was really cool the way he did it. He had something on screen. He just had like a black box on screen covering the results, and he just slid that box slowly, so he didn't have to go through the agonizing troll overs of spinning the crystals. But it was still exciting, just watching him like slide this box. And he didn't look at his phone. He was just looking at OBS where he had it covered up. So like as he was sliding it and peeking like the next champion, you know, that was his first time seeing it too. So that might be a little bit of a best of both worlds for you. But yeah, man. However you want to do it, here's what I'll say about YouTube, man. I mean, to some extent, it's good to do what other people want to see. And I'm not sure what other people want to see more of. Some people do like popping them. I feel like for the bigger crystals, people do like to see them spun out. I like spinning them at least. I don't know, but anyway, At the end of the day, though, it's your channel, so you got to do what makes you happy. And people, you know, people will like it either way. I don't know which one it would maximize views type of thing, but I wouldn't worry so much about that. Urius A said it over too. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Saying, hey BG, I know you still miss Ghost, but let's say you got duped Ghost, Guillotine 2099, and Warlock. Who would you rank 3? Tough one. So I do think Ghost is the best champ in the game. However, Ghost Prestige sucks. And right now, Prestige doesn't really mean anything to me. So I might just go Ghost. But what if Prestige suddenly starts to matter to me again? You know, would I regret that decision? So maybe I would. I don't think I wouldn't go with Guillotine 2099. I'll tell you right now, it'd be between Ghost and Warlock. And Warlock has good prestige. Warlock's a great champion all around. So I might just do that. I might just go with Warlock and say, well, Ghost will be next. And this will be like a safe play for not only having a very powerful champion, but prestige as well. So I think that's what I would do. But I would have to I'd have to really think about it. That's kind of my initial impression on it, at least, though. Is he grind for Red Guardian? No, I'm not. I'm just going for milestones. IBG, you've probably already mentioned it, but what do you think Red Guardian will go for as a 5-star? Check the the bottom left corner of the screen. I actually have the cutoffs posted right there. If it wasn't clear, because I know it is a new system, the 70 million is for the 5-star. Just a guess. Please go higher, of course, if you're grinding for these champions. These are just my best guesses at some estimates. Predictions. I mean, there are times when you have to play without getting hit. Ghost? You're saying because of that? Because you have to play without getting hit? I mean, that's what makes you so good. Among other things, but the ability to just not get hit by even special 3s with hood synergy. Did someone say Massacre? Robata, what's up, man? Oh, it was Easy that said it. I was like scrolling up like, did somebody say Massacre? Yeah, Massacre is awesome. I was thinking like, man, I said Massacre maybe an hour ago or something like that. Yeah. Let's talk about the class type. I know there's 6 of them and each is unique and superior among each other. Which class type do you think is currently the best with its champs? For me, I'd say Mutant. I don't know. I don't know if it's possible to really rank them. Mutant is strong. But so is Cosmic, so is Tech. They are all strong in their own ways. I don't know which one I'd rank highest. I could tell you my least favorite is Skill. And Skill, of course, has some good champions. They all have some good champions, but it's my least favorite. It just feels like it feels like, okay, you look at maybe Tech, for example. And there's some really powerful tech champions, but then there's also some tech champions that are like, okay, maybe these aren't the absolute best, but they're pretty good. If you got them, you wouldn't be too mad. And it feels like with skill, there are some really powerful skill champions, and then there's just a lot of really bad ones. There's not a ton of like that, oh, pretty good skill. There's a few, but I don't know. The unique thing for skill champions too, I guess that's probably the other reason. Because maybe if I counted them out, maybe it wouldn't be all that different in terms of the champions I, think are super strong or something like that. I don't really know. I don't think I've ever actually counted them out, but I can tell you that number one, I hardly ever run deep wounds. So champions that bleed or cause bleed, which I feel like that's one of skills. Like there's bleeds in all class types, but it feels more prominent in the skill class. And then the ability to shrug off debuffs is a little meh, especially when you've got like Ghost that can do it better than anyone in the skill class. So it just feels like skill meh. That said, I hope I get 6-star Aegon Awakened. You know? Was there a champ that you might have used during Act 6 100% that you thought, if I didn't have this guy, I couldn't do the act? One champion? No. I don't think so. Itemless wise, yeah. If I didn't have Void, zero chance. Probably a few others as well, but just going through the content regularly, no, there's no situation like that. I also have a pretty deep roster though, so it would take a lot to like really get me stuck for not having the right champ or something, you know? Can you explain how Ghost shrugs off debuffs? Well, if she's awakened, she just starts the fight, and then they're off. it's any time that she phases, she shrugs off damaging debuffs. She doesn't shrug off non-damaging ones. But all the damaging, it's almost better that way, because you could still heal from willpower from the non-damaging ones. In some situations, it's not better, but, you know. Of course, you'd want to be able to shrug off stuns somehow, but that ain't happening. Do you run suicides in story mode? Yes. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. Suicide, like any masteries, they're really just there to enhance the champions that you are currently using. So some champions, they just work better with suicides on, and some don't. So, kind of have to tailor it to the champions that you're using. Hey Brian, what do you think is the best champion for a Grandmaster fight? I don't know who the best is, but I had a really good time using Colossus. Out of the champions that I use, the few champions that I use, Colossus was the best, but there's probably a better champion out there for it. MSD would be a good person to ask for that, because MSD has soloed that fight 150 times. Legacy soloed a bunch too. Let's spin one more. I have 6.4k units and 2.8 mil battle chips. I grind all arenas except the easiest one. Can I afford to take a round off of Arena for 4th of July? I kind of got sick of it. Possibly, Sohaib. I don't recommend it though, man. You'd be cutting it real close. Like, you're already somewhat cutting it close. You know? So I don't recommend it. Max is on if you want to raid? Oh, yeah, dude. Get raid Max. Oh, it's cool. This will be the first time getting to raid him. Let me pull up his channel real quick. So, Max a good dude. He's always supported. Oh, you already got it? I was just getting it myself. He's always showing some good support. It'd be nice to be able to support him as well. He is grinding for Red Guardian, by the way. So. But yeah, go say what's up. Hit him with that that banana raid. You know what I'm saying? Chris, dude, thank you so much once again for the crazy generous donation, man. Way too kind, dude. Thank you very much. And thank you to everyone else as well. This is a fun stream, man. Thank you for all the support. I'll be back my normal time tonight, which is in about 10 hours, so yeah, still quite a ways off of that. But for now, yeah, say what's up to Max. Like I said, he's a good dude. So, and yeah, I'm not going to go big head mode because I have even larger bags under my eyes than normal from not sleeping, so there's no hiding it when you're live streaming, but hey, you can at least not go big head mode. So yeah, alright, I'll see you guys later tonight then. Alright, bye everybody.